Hi and welcome to this video showing you how to sew your own Bella blouse. Start by collecting all the pattern pieces. My best trick is to assemble the pattern on a window where you can just barely see through each layer. I've made small alignment diamonds that should be placed exactly on top of each other. Assemble as many large pieces as possible on the window, then finish assembling the remaining pieces on the floor. Now cut out all the pattern pieces and place them on your fabric. Pin them in place with needles or use weights or pattern weights as an alternative. All pattern pieces include a 1 cm seam allowance, so simply cut straight along the edge. Finish all the pieces with a zigzag stitch or overlock after cutting. Then place the front and back pieces of the blouse right sides together. On the front piece, mark where the elastic is to be placed. Take your elastic and cross the ends slightly. This makes it a little easier to hold. Thread the elastic ends through all the layers so they stick out of the edges. This may require a bit of effort. Then sew all the seams with 1 cm seam allowance besides the shoulder and the bottom. When you reach the elastic, keep your right hand on the ends so they don't slide while sewing. Do not worry if the hole look a little large at this stage. We will fix it later. Now cut the corners around the neckline. Also cut into the seam allowance along the neckline without cutting directly into the seam. Turn all the pieces right side out so they lay correctly on the front and back of the blouse. You can use a small needle very carefully at the neckline to push out the corners. Just be careful not to poke through the fabric. Press all the seams firmly with an iron. Gently pull the ends of the elastic to make the buttonhole the correct size. The buttonhole of the elastic band should measure approximately 5 to 6 mm wide. Now it's time to sew a top stitch along the edge to secure the elastics. Use a stitch length of 1.8 centimeters or as close as your sewing machine can get to that number. When you reach an elastic, sew a couple of times back and forth to make sure it's completely secure. Sew along the neckline and front pieces like you did before. Place the front piece on the back piece right sides together and sew with a 1 cm seam allowance both the shoulders and the sides of the blouse. Fold both sleeves so the right side faces inward. Pin along the full length of the edge and sew down. Press the sleeve seam open so it lies flat. Turn the sleeve right side out and insert it into the blouse armhole. Align the sleeve and the blouse so their seams lays exactly on top of each other. Pin all the way around the armhole and sew with a 1 cm seam allowance. Then fold the edges of the bottom of the blouse and sleeves with 1 centimeter and press with an iron to hold in place. Then sew along the edges. Now it's time for the last part, the buttons. Use the elastic to see where you should place your buttons on the opposite front piece. Now add all the buttons to your blouse with a double thread. And that is how you sew your Bella blouse. I really hope this guide has been helpful and that you are really happy with the result. The most important thing for me is that you feel supported every step of the way. I would love to see your results, so please share a photo of your finished blouse with me on Instagram. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye bye!